Hi guys, welcome. My name is Alyssa. This is my channel of New Direction, and this is a Divine Feminine video for the Beaver full moon that is happening November the 30th. Also the Gemini, it's also the full moon in Gemini. So I thought it was, as you can see, I've already pulled some cards. This is the second time I've done this video. My puppy Boog was being a bit of a crap head in the last one. So I was only like 2 minutes in and I just scrapped it because I was like, no, this is not working. So we're starting again. I didn't want to put these cards back in, but I do want to go back over the full moon kind of stuff that I had said in the first part. So this is a Beaver full moon, and I thought that was a really interesting name for it to have because the energy of the Beaver spirit is laying the foundations. And that is really, to me, it's like collecting the branches, and the sticks and the twigs of life. And by doing so, beavers build these massive dams in which change the course of the river, change the course of our lives. And I just thought with it being November and that kind of, changing the course of your life full moon here, like, wow, what so powerful. So I'm doing a divine feminine and a divine masculine reading. I do encourage you to watch both for self and not, you can definitely break them apart, into divine masculine, divine feminine, as you see fit. But it is important with readings like this that we do watch and take the full side of divine masculine and divine feminine, right? We have to look at that as a whole within ourselves. All right, so let's get back into this reading. So I have already pulled the energy oracle and the she who, and this is the overall energy here of this full moon. And it was adjacent possibilities and a man holding a heart in reverse. And I thought, this kind of energy here, the adjacent possibilities is where when it's in reverse, it's where there's either like too many doors and no decisions have been made, or it can be the energy of like no doors are open. There's no options available here. Like the options before you are just not working. And see how the man holding a heart here in reverse also came out. And this really is that energy of a masculine energy not coming forward here with the heart. And whether that is within yourself and, that masculine energy within inside of self that's not bearing the heart, or this is a masculine in your life. To me, this overall energy is just like, there's no options here. The doors are closed. There's whatever, what you're going to put this into your life where it fits and stuff. But like, there's just no moving forward here. This masculine energy is not being vulnerable, is not putting their heart out on the sleeve. And therefore it closes the door, right? It closes the door here. The she who that came out was she who enfolds, swathe, embrace, and self-care. And I really loved this energy because this was really the energy here where she understands, that she's looking out for her own self-care here. She's looking out for her own energy. Yes, there is that need to really consider the energies of others and consider obviously the feelings of others. But this is really where she's just like embracing and kind of swathing herself, embracing her own self-care, embracing her own energy, doing that own inner work. Okay. And whether that's because this divine feminine energy is like, well, this divine masculine is kind of holding off here. So this means I just need to go back to self. That's kind of the overall energy here. We are going to pull tarot for all of these as well, but I kind of wanted to get all the energies out. So the next, we are going to be looking at what is being released by this full moon for the divine feminine here, Spirit. What's being released by the divine feminine for this full Beaver moon? Wow, financial constraints in reverse and a happy family in reverse. Look at that. This is where financial constraints in reverse and happy family in reverse. This is the energy where, money's been tight. Things just haven't been working. There's been that kind of gaping hole. And the happy family here in reverse, you're going to apply that where it fits, right? But that is the energy of the family unit, whatever that looks like, being unstable, being imbalanced, not a very happy kind of stable energy there. Why is this being released here? She who resists, Adza, fearless, justified, resistant. Look at that. Adza's such a powerful she who too. And this is, why is this being released? Why are you letting this go? Right? It's because she who resists, like she's fearless. This energy needs to be let go because again, I kind of feel like it's because this masculine energy is just not pitching in with what they need to go. So therefore things need to change. right? Therefore, this divine feminine energy is stepping up, is having to cut the ties. You know, you can see here she's holding the bloody dagger, and Adsa is not the energy of wanting to go out and look for the fight, right? But she's fearless in knowing that, okay, if the fight comes to my door, I'm going to put an end to it. Like, this is the energy of being like, no, fearless, justified. This is it, right? All right, what is the divine feminine receiving? What is the divine feminine receiving here with this full moon? The door to spirit. The door to spirit here. Sorry, the door to spirit. Sorry, I was holding that in reverse. Door to spirit. And why? Why this door to spirit? Why is the divine feminine receiving this door to spirit? She who begins, launch, actualize, and potential. Look at that. She who begins. Look at all those beautiful butterflies. Why are you receiving this door to spirit? Why are you receiving this, you know, increase, this you know, this kind of push here from spirit? Because this is the time. This is the energy here where you need to be doing this. This is, you know, it is time to move forward here, divine feminine. It is time to begin. She who begins. Wow. Those are so powerful. All right. And the most significant emotional energy here of the full moon. What is the most significant energy here? The Angel of Balance in reverse. That's funny. It's crazy how many of these cards keep coming out in reverse. And the Goddess of the Moon. Wow. Where there is imbalance here, this is the energy of the divine feminine strongly just connecting to her intuition. Okay. I do feel like this is going to be a very powerful full moon for a lot of us. And remember, it doesn't necessarily just have to be on the 30th. Okay. That is the energy. Like it shadows. There's shadow periods on both of that. But I do feel like within this presence of releasing, you know, within this massive full moon here, and it's a lunar eclipse, guys. Okay. So like that is like, not only is it a full moon, but it is an eclipse, like it's a lunar eclipse moon. So there's just that much more intensity with that power. Right. And there's endings, you know, and whether that's actually relationships ending or it's just parts within relationships ending, structures within families, structures that of the old patterns, things of the old that are like, no, it has to end here. Like I'm going forward. I'm making change within self here, right? All right, let's see. Why? She who regrets, battle, victory, bitterness. Look at that. That's why this emotional energy, that's why you're being called here to really address this imbalance within life. And the Angel of Balance is a very, like, that's just not like, you know, things, the checkbooks and stuff not necessarily working out. This isn't about little balance, okay? The balance, the Angel of Balance here is the energy of faith. It's the energy of moving forward, right? And this Goddess in the Moon, like this is really the energy of connecting to the intuition, guys. Okay, it's not, it's understanding that even if life is imbalanced here, what is imbalanced is your faith. It's your view here on that faith, right? And emotionally, like there's things, you know, she who regrets here, this is the energy of, like, look, she's walking on skulls. Can you see the skulls? Because she has had to go to battle. You know, life has not been easy here. And it's not that she, you know, rejoices in the battle. It's not that she rejoices in that kind of, you know, like victory. Like there's that bitterness to it, right? But it's something that has been done. All right, let's pull some tarot here. She who guides, new path, guide, renewal at the bottom of the deck. And she who questions, behind that, curiosity, destiny, search. You see, this is the energy. This full moon is this massive shift. Like 2020 has been a year where we have done a lot of growth. Absolutely. But now it's coming down to this crunch time. Now it's coming down to where the energies are shifting so much that you know, it's kind of like you're either going to shit or get off the pot, right? All right, let's see. Let's start with this overall energy here. Let's get the adjacent possibilities in reverse. Can we get a clarifier here for the adjacent possibilities in reverse? The wheel. Yeah, there's a change, you know, because things just haven't worked. Like these doorways have been closed, and whether that was because, you know, you weren't making the choice to walk through them here. This is the energy where change is inevitable. Change is here now, right? Let's get one here for the man holding the heart. We're going to take that one. Six of Wands. Wow. You see, this is the energy I feel where there was some sort of masculine energy that has not been supporting. Okay. And I mean, I'm not going to overlook it. Okay. That could be a relationship. For a lot of you, that could certainly be a relationship, you know, and this is just where that masculine energy has not come forward. Like there's been some sort of imbalance with the way that masculine energy was being vulnerable, the way that they were showing love. There was some sort of imbalance here within it. And look, the Six of Wands coming out with that's where, you know, of self-liberation, and whether that's the masculine, you know, embracing their own self and really, you know, coming forward here and embracing their own powers, or this is the divine feminine energy, very much just being like, you know what, that's fine. You do you, boo, but I'm embracing my own powers here. I have done growth. I have done change of self here, you know? Self-care, right? It's this, you know, unfolds, like she unfolds into herself. She takes care, you know, it's the energy here of the divine feminine taking care of their own like soul nourishment, right? Overall energy. Magician, Justice, Knight of Cups, the Empress, and the Five of Cups. Well, isn't that interesting for that overall energy? You see, because it is like this overall energy of this new moon for the divine feminines it's bringing the balance. Like it's embracing your own inner strength, you know, and these are about the soul wisdom that you have. You know, it's about knowing that those powers to overcome what is in front of you, they're within you, you know? Justice behind that. It's about taking putting like, taking the sword and drawing the line in the ground and being like, this is it. This is the line. This is the balance of what I need from this situation, right? And the way that these two come out together, this is beautiful, because it's almost as though, you know, you embrace your power, and as you embrace your power, you liberate yourself here, divine feminines. You know, this is a liberation of self where they're like, I feel that power within my own being. You know, I know what I need to liberate my own energy here, you know, my own space, right? The Knight of Cups, look at that. An opportunity, something here with love, you know, and whether that's an opportunity of work, you know, passion projects, stuff like that. But this is an opportunity really coming into you. Something that is going, something to grow, something to manifest here with, right? This can be talking about new love. This can be where, you know, for some of you, it's like you've been working on relationships or stuck on relationships, stuck with some sort of masculine that just has not been going through the doors of change, you know, refuses to walk through a door here. And you're just like, enough is enough, you know, and as you release that with this, you know, with this full moon, it shifts that energy, you know, and as you shift that energy, you allow yourself to dream, to open yourself up to a Knight of Cups opportunity here. Something that you're actually going to want to manifest and grow with. Something beyond maybe just, you know, a person that you were thinking about in the past, like, oh, I want to build this life with this person. This is the kind of relationship I want to have. But, you know, we have to kind of like change that narrative. I've really noticed that's a big thing that's shifting within this full moon, is changing the narrative of how we see things coming in. Right? We have to release that over to the divine. We have to release that kind of hold and control on how we see our new beginnings starting. You know, if we're holding somebody's name to, you know, we want this and this and this from a partner, but we want this partner. Well, if that partner is not that, then we're going to get one or the other. Right? But if you're so convinced that it has to be this person, then what if you end up with this person and not the partner that you're actually after? Right? Like we have to be able to release that control. You know what I'm saying? We have to be able to release that control to the universe. We have to release that kind of fear that it's not going to work the way we want it to, you know, understand that the power here to manifest and create, to balance our life out, like the energy of justice is karmic balance within life. If we allow spirit to just balance out what needs to be, we'll be in a way better place, right? We will. Change, my friends, change. And it definitely is about self-liberation here, okay? You need to liberate yourself here, right? I mean, justice is all about liberation. And the Six of Wands, like, come on, right? That's about acknowledging that you've put a lot of work into yourself this year. You know, you've done growth. You've put in work to change the human and to change the soul being that you are. So allow the universe now to bring in what that soul being deserves. But in doing so, you know, you got to release sadness. Like 5 of Cups was at the end of all those, you know? You do need, it is about addressing the sadness. It is about allowing that just to be what it is, okay? I mean, that's a tough energy. I understand that, right? Heartbreak is heartbreak, and releasing that kind of hold, even, especially if it comes to a man, okay? Especially if I'm not going to ignore that man holding a heart in reverse, especially when this heartbreak comes to some sort of masculine energy that you're connected to, okay? And it's releasing that masculine energy because there's no options here going forward. If you want those things, if you want that partnership, if you want this kind of Knight of Cups, right? And this Empress energy of creating and birthing what it is that you want to manifest in your life, then you are going to have to release the sadness, right? Let's just get a clarifier on that 5 of Cups here. Yeah, the 5 of Cups gets the World. See? Because there is an end of a cycle here. But in order for that cycle to finally complete, you have to release the burdens that you're holding on to. Okay? Emotionally, there is some sort of, and whether that is just going to take you, you know, journaling or meditating or some sort of even Reiki, you know, energy work, right? But allowing yourself to change the vibrations, allowing that heartbreak, that suffering that you have been carrying around, allowing yourself to surrender it, because that cycle is completed. What you needed from that, you got, okay? Let's get another Knight of Cups. Let's get a clarifier here for the Knight of Cups. Wow, the Knight of Cups gets the 4 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. You see, because this Knight of Cups, this opportunity, it will come in. But first you have to understand and acknowledge your self-worth. You have to choose that this beginning that you are, this new tangible beginning, the Page of Pentacles here, you have to choose that that is actually the energy, the stage that you are going to want to begin. Are you going forward here actually tangibly being somebody who knows your worth? Okay? Not just, you know, in your head being like, well, I think I deserve better. No, are you actually going to show up here to align yourself to what you do deserve? Right? It's one thing to, you know, be like, well, I deserve better than that, and I hope that that's going to come in. Great. But are you going to actually make the tangible steps here to commit yourself to what you are worthy of? Right? There's a lot of Knight of Cups that can walk in, for sure. A lot of shiny things. But is it going to, you know, that start here? You're starting on this energy where you're feeling worthy, right? Like this is, it's not anything that is not going to make you feel worthy. Okay. This is knowing your worth. Know your worth, baby girl. Know your worth. Okay, let's see. The energy here that you're receiving was the financial constraints and the happy family in reverse. And why? She who resists was fearless and justified. Isn't that interesting? We have the Star. Releasing here. What are they releasing? The Divine Feminine. The Star, the 2 of Wands. And the 7 of Cups. Wow. Yeah, look at that. See, this is the prayers. You know, it's you've been connecting, you've been praying, you've been hoping for change, you know? And it's here. The change has come, right? The change has come. There are a lot of opportunities. There's a lot of cups before you, but it's about actually just making a decision. It's actually like committing to the cup of opportunity that you really truly want to take here, right? She who resists, fearless, justified, resistant, right? Like she's committed to the hard, she's committed to what it is she wants. She's not about to waver here. She is fearless. This is the energy of being fearless. Why are you releasing this? Because you are in this energy of fearlessness. Okay? This overall energy here, financial constraints and happy family in reverse, this is needing a change, okay? You've been praying for this change. You have been praying for this energy shift. The prayers are being answered. The change is here. There's a lot of cups of opportunity now. Let's get one for the Seven of Cups. Can we get a clarifier here for the Seven of Cups? What is the Seven of Cups? Seven of Cups, Spirit. What is the Seven of Cups? The Moon, the Two of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Wow. And the Lovers. Look at that. This is what's changing. There is a releasing here of how... There's a releasing, like... You know, I mean, not everybody's losing relationships. Don't go and think that. But it's the energy here of releasing... I think just some of those patterns, some of the patterns, some of that toxic kind of cruddy shit that's been really blocking, you know, and whether that was just making changes and you know, and addressing the self-growth process that really needed to happen within each individual's, that energy is shifting here. You're definitely releasing something. So the Seven of Cups got the Moon, the Two of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Lovers. You see, this is faith. The Moon is about faith. The Moon is about connecting to the intuition. It's about not allowing yourself to fear the shadows, to fear what is to come. It's about having faith in the divine. Look at how she surrenders here to the moonlight. She surrenders to the things she can't see because she has the faith that it is going to work out. She has the faith in the divine that no matter which way it is going to work out, it will best serve her highest good if she aligns herself to what her inner voice is calling her to do, right? If she listens to her intuitive guidance here, if she connects herself to her soul journey, to her purpose, to her path, to what her heart is and her soul is actually guiding her to do here, she can move through this blockage, you know? And the Six of Cups here in the Lovers, I mean, this is the energy where there's been some blockages, I feel, towards a very deep, significant kind of love. You know, the lovers is that is a true kind of soulmate love here. And even the Six of Cups has very, like, if you're into the twin flame kind of stuff, it has that kind of energy. It has that mirroring energy here. It's a very nostalgic card. You know, it's about that kind of nostalgic love that like lingers here, right? There has been some sort of blockage, and whether or not it's because, you know, that Lovers, there was an imbalance within it, right? That man holding a heart in reverse up here, the happy family in reverse here, you know, it's kind of hard to see that, you know, this energy is, but this is where you're allowing yourself to make the changes necessary, where maybe you have not just committed yourself to the cup that you needed to make, right? To the cup that you needed to choose. You were maybe wavery, like, well, I don't know. Maybe that'll work out, or maybe it won't, right? But you've been in that limbo stage, just kind of waiting. Let's get one for the Two of Wands here. What is the Two of Wands? And I think that's what's releasing, you know? The Two of Wands gets the Ace of Wands and the Six of Pentacles. It's a change of direction here, because you understand that for a new beginning, you have to shift the energies within inside of self here. That's what needs to be released. See the Six of Pentacles? It's all about the law of attraction. It's all about what you put out is what you get back in, right? And it's this energy here, I feel, where there was no decision being made. You know, you were holding out, waiting maybe for that cup to fill itself back up here. And it was like, if you want new beginnings here, if you want this change, then there has to be a change in direction in the energies and the vibrations here that you are putting out. This is what you are releasing. Release those energies that have been holding you back, holding you stuck, right? That have been making you feel like you are unable to make a decision to make change here. This is the beginning. This is a new beginning of how you address the energies, the passions, the fires that you are displaying, that you are releasing into the world. It's about checking in with those. It's like that self check-in of your vibration, of your energy vibration, right? Are you in a low vibration kind of energy, or are you in a higher, you know, changing vibration here? This is the beginning of a changing vibration. This is the beginning of addressing energies, I feel, that have been circulating, very stuck, okay? I just feel like the Seven of Cups is like just that energy of not moving forward because there was that, well, I don't know what to do, right? And she, like Odsa here, is just, she's fearless, okay? Let's get another one here for this star. Can we get a clarifier for the star? Clarifier here for the star, Spirit. Eight of Cups. Wow. Eight of Cups, look at that. This is the energy of walking away here. Walking away from something. Whether that is this, whether it is a certain relationship or like I was saying, it's those patterns within that relationship, right? Maybe just how you haven't even been showing up to that own individual power within your relationship, you know, to your own strength. But here, this is where, like, look, you can already see some cups have gone underneath the surface here. But she's put her baggage, she's put all of those toxins, all the garbage here into the cup, set them on fire, and she set them out to sea. And she's walking towards this happiness. She's walking towards the light. You know, and this is the answered prayer, right? Like these are the answers. These are the prayers that you have been looking for. But it's acknowledging the steps now that have to be taken. It's acknowledging, okay, so you've walked away from some sort of low vibration energy. You've walked away from something here. So what shifted energy-wise? If you're walking away from something, you need to be walking in towards something. So what is that energy that you are walking into? You are releasing the baggage. You are releasing that heartache, right? That Five of Cups and the overall energy there. That is, you know, there is releasing of burdens. What energy are you putting out? What energy are you putting out? Change. That's what you're putting out, babes. That's what you're putting out, change. Okay, what are you receiving here was the door to spirit and she who begins, primavera, launch, actualize, potential. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful energy to be receiving? Ace of Cups comes flying out of the deck here. What is the Divine Feminine receiving with this full moon? Ace of Cups, the Page of Wands, and the King of Cups. Yep. You know, in this Ace of Cups, this is the opportunity here. This is a new beginning. This is a cup that Spirit, the universe, is offering you. Here, she who begins. Here's your cup of opportunity. Okay? Have faith in this cup of opportunity, right? Have faith in this cup. It is a gift to you. It is a beginning of self here with the Page of Wands. It's this new set to this new reset to self, right? Connecting emotionally, very deep on such a, you know, on such a real level. For some of you, this can be, you know, even a new partner coming in, a new masculine coming in. But I feel very much that this is just the energy of connecting to that masculine energy within inside of self, to that very deep, faithful energy within inside of self, masculine energy within inside of self. Let's get a clarifier for this Ace of Wands. Sorry, the Ace of Cups. Can we get a clarifier? The Ace of Cups gets the Page of Cups. Look at that. Because there's all new opportunities coming in, you know? The Page of Cups is about, it can be talking about new love coming in. It can be talking, I kind of even like it. See these feet coming in and the pig flying? It's kind of like, you know, oh, I didn't think this person would ever change, you know, until pigs flew or whatever. And I feel like, you know, for some of you, that can be the case where, you know, a masculine within your life is actually doing the work, is actually doing the shifting, you know, and things are changing. But this Page of Cups to me is just this new kind of outlook. It's this new energy of emotional renewance, kind of renewal, right? Where your heart kind of starts beating again for, you know, on a different, you know, it's just opening yourself up. But your heart kind of feels that excitement towards this new cup. And aces, like those Ace of Cups, they can be new romantic offers. They can be new opportunities. They can just be new emotional fulfillment within inside of self, right? Let's get a clarifier here for the Page of Wands. Page of Wands gets the Hierophant. Because this is how this connection begins. This is how you reset this self, this soul-led being that you are becoming. It's connecting to the divine. It's connecting to the higher, right? The Hierophant is that energy of connecting to just a greater, and whether that is in a box of religion or it's just, you know, your spirituality here. This is connecting yourself to a purpose, to a divine kind of purpose, to a divine journey, to a divine path. You know, and it's not necessarily, I mean, our free will, it's not like, you know, it's not like when we connect to a divine path, it's all written out. I mean, our free will changes that, but it's connecting to that purpose. It's connecting to that path of life as that kind of divine being that you choose to show up to be, that divine, you know, kind of being that you're like, this is who I am. This is my purpose. These are my passions. This is my authentic, you know, this is my authentic self. Like, this is who I am. Let's get a clarifier here for the King of Cups. King of Cups gets the Tower and the Temperance. Because this King of Cups is where, you know, the King of Cups, like, doesn't he just look so solid? Here he is sitting in the water, right? So solid. He is emotionally deep. He is secure in his faith. He is all right just waiting here for that ship to sail in, you know? He's not panicking. You see, and it's because there's this energy of the Tower here. Something had to crumble. Something had to come down. And with whatever that is, whatever this changing kind of tower is, I mean, towers need to happen, guys. They suck in different aspects of our lives, but they need to happen because the structure of the old is not going to serve you going forward. Okay, the structure of the old is not going to serve the new you here. And this energy of the Temperance is allowing things to be just to be. It's about the balance of life. You know, the balance about that masculine energy and the divine feminine energy within inside of self, the moon here and the sun, you know, the inner knowing and the actions. Like, it is about going forward as a balanced being. It is about that energy of patience, right? Allowing what to be just to be, having faith that it'll work out. You know, if something needed to crumble, you know it needs to come down. You knew it needed to crumble. Because what was there was not going to serve the you going forward here, right? She who begins. Look at all those butterflies. Butterflies, caterpillars understand that to become a butterfly, they must actually go into a little chrysalis, completely become goo, completely break down what they were as a caterpillar to transform into a butterfly. That transformation process is not easy. Tower moments, not easy. But in order to receive this beginning, you have to allow what needs to crumble. You have to allow the shifts that need to happen within inside of self here, just shift. So that you can go forward balanced. So you can go forward with that Temperance kind of energy, right? And the most significant emotional energy of this full moon here was the Angel of Balance and the Goddess of the Moon. You know, this is where that faith of feeling in balance, that imbalanced kind of energy, even within, you know, your spirituality or even in the divine, like, it shifts, you know, it does. Let's get most significant emotional energy here of the full moon was the Chariot. The Chariot and the Two of Cups. Look at that. There is a huge shift here. Wow. Wow, that is something in the Queen of Wands. Yeah, babe, because you just know, you know, whether it's because you are actually legitimately leaving some sort of relationship here, or whether you just acknowledge that if you're going to blend energy with anybody here, it is going to be authentic. It is going to be true to who you are, what that looks like, what that stands for, you know. This is the understanding that to actually, you know, combine the energy, to embrace, you know, this kind of Two of Cups, you have to be whole and authentic with self, you know. And this Chariot is where you just choose to align yourself to the road that is going to serve and kind of embrace. I hear embrace. embrace that kind of relationship. Embrace that authenticity within inside of yourself, right? She who regrets brings the message of bitter victory and success, which may be regretted in the long run. She knows how to go to battle. She understands how to win a war. Never having run from a fight, the ground she rests upon is littered with skulls. She stands solitary on the smoke-covered battlefield, secure in the knowledge that she is victorious. But while the battle had to be waged, perhaps it could have been done with less acrimony. Some of the wounds she inflicted were to herself. There will never be any love lost between her and those she has crushed in the name of her hollow victory. The message of this card is to use caution in arguments. We all have disagreements in our lives. It is how we resolve those moments that define our future. How often have angry words been used as weapons before any attempt at a truce is made? Consider your speech carefully before you launch those arrows. Is it the right thing to do? Can you find another way to resolve the confrontation that doesn't involve the loss of friends and self-respect? Before you send out a declaration of hostilities, look deep into Escalate's eyes and consider her regret. The questions to ask yourself is, what is the best outcome for all involved? Will I have regrets if this conflict ends bitterly? Who will be harmed if this matter is not settled? Oh my gosh. Who will be harmed if this matter is not settled peacefully? Wow. It is about, why is it important here to really connect to your intuition, to acknowledge this imbalance of faith here? Because if you are hesitant, if you are fearful, if you do not have that kind of faith that what is to come here, like if you are acting out and lashing out in bitterness and anger, that shows the fear, that shows the lack of trust that you have in the divine. If we can have that peace in the divine, if we can have that faith in the divine, that no matter what is at hand, we can get through, then we are going to, there is going to be this energy of she who regrets. There could be huge changes within some relationships for sure. There could be huge, the full moon in Gemini, it is a very strong moon of communication. Okay? With this eclipse, there can be massive communications that have to happen, but don't go in with a tongue of fire. Be confident and understand that, like the Queen of Wands here, you can embrace and glow and grow whatever it is that you want. Connect to that inner voice, connect to the intuition that's guiding you, and then allow the divine to just do its thing. Have that kind of faith, right? Wow. All right, let's get a moonology. Let's get a couple moonologies to finish this reading. Going forward here, Spirit, with this full moon. Wow. Expect a powerful change. Prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Two more. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. And the energy is gaining momentum. The waxing moon. Wow. Expect a powerful change. The new moon eclipse. Prosperity lies ahead. The new moon in Taurus. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. And the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Divine Feminines, this was a beautiful full moon reading. If you liked this video, please be sure to hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, do so. Join our family. All right. Until next time, Divine Feminines, take great care of your souls. Bye now.